Alright. Alright, we're gonna start with three Levi Nicks videos. If I can find here we go. Okay, here we go. The first one is China's new AI robot dolls have women pissed. I believe it. It's gonna happen in next what? Say 10, 20 years tops. It's coming. Should possibly even 5 years. The next one after that is Ariana Grande situation has a dark explanation. Okay, then the third one is Rachel Zegler humbled after losing everything. Oh yeah, the whole Cinderella thing.
Chat, would you buy an AI robot girlfriend? Let me know in the comments. I mean, you could go and buy a Mercedes G-Wagon, or you could buy an AI robot girlfriend that would on demand. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to support for free. If you do enjoy the content, if you don't subscribe. I'm not going to force you to do something you never wanted to do, but let's get off into this.
2026, buying a human-like robot for your home is no longer just an idea from the future. 6 realistic robots that you can actually buy right now, and one of them costs only $10,000. Moya has
10 bands? Moya, this is the super realistic one.
warm artificial skin and a biomimetic body built to move almost like a real person. Ava.I can detect
Wow, that one looks really real.
where you touch it, how much pressure you
Detects where you touch it. You know, she said she wanted to go deeper, so I opened up her settings.
use, and even the temperature of that contact.
She thick. Busty.
UBTEX U1 can recognize emotional changes and start conversations when someone enters the room. Real Bodex Aria takes things even further with replaceable faces and a personality that owners can
I'm gonna be honest. This one right here looks like she's high on Quaaludes. This one just looks high, bro.
completely change. Hey guys, Alfie here. Welcome back to AI Nexus. We have reached the middle of 2026, and realistic robotics is moving faster than almost anyone expected. Robots that once existed only as prototypes are now available for pre-order or direct purchase. Let's start with Moya, a robot that takes realism one step further by offering something most robots still cannot. Warmth you can actually feel.
Wait. Warmth. Hey, Moya. Start warmth function. What does it have a wet function as well? Moya, initiate moisture sequence. Imagine, dude. She said she likes it rough, so I just turned off her Wi-Fi.
Moya comes from the Shanghai company DroidUp, which is also known
You know what I'm saying? She can get my droid up. You know what I mean? Damn, she's thicker than a Snickers. Thicker than cold peanut butter. Moya, what they got you on? What kind of diet they got you on, baby?
as Joyide. The robot is being developed for hospitality, elder care, and companionship.
Okay, I was about to say, come on now, don't beat around the bush, because I know she doesn't have one.
Founder Li Qingdu describes the idea as a warm robot that feels more comfortable to stand beside and touch. That idea is built into the body. Moya's silicone skin is heated to between
He's
30
like, hey, honey, let's zip that up. You're showing a little too much droid skin.
2 and 36 degrees Celsius. That is close to normal human skin temperature. Under the surface is a Walker 3 frame with tendon-assisted actuators and lattice-style artificial muscles. The face has 25 degrees of freedom, which gives Moya more control over expressions during
25 degrees of freedom? I need some more freedom in that facial structure.
conversations. Moya can also walk at about 0.83 meters per second.
Okay, so she won't leave me. She won't walk away from the relationship. She can't walk away too fast. That's good.
DroidUp says the gait reaches 92% human likeness. This gives Moya an advantage in hotels and care spaces where a robot may need to move between people, instead of remaining in one place. The design also creates problems. Moya's walk can still look unnatural, and the soft skin may be expensive to repair. The robot costs about $173,000. Moya focuses on physical warmth, while UBTEX U1 tries to make the interaction itself feel more human. UBTech built its name.
I mean, Chad, which one are you gonna go with? The one with the physical warmth or the one with the conversation? Because I feel like this one right here, the one that's just the bust, whereas this one right here, the busty one, you just need to insert a fleshlight at the bottom of that. You'd be fine.
One tries to make the interaction itself feel more human. UBTech built its name with walker robots made for factories. On June 30th in Shenzhen, The company
Soon enough, we're going to hear about the first AI robot girlfriend breaking up with a guy because he has bad internet. He had bad internet. I just could not be with him anymore. Imagine, dude. Imagine, chat, you guys didn't go and download free cash. It's literally a way to get $10 on me. All you got to do is scan the QR code, click the link in the description, and you can go and make money playing mobile games. Here's their website. Average time to earn your first cash, 17 minutes. Average withdrawal sent yesterday, $25. That's more than some people make at their freaking job per hour. You can go, you can play these games, you can get paid out. PayPal, Amazon, and if you go and download it right now, I'll give you $10. I'll get you halfway there. Don't ever say Loki and I have never done anything for you guys, okay?
Won't they do?
All right, without further ado, let's get back off into this because this is getting interesting.
Balance issues in recent demonstrations. If a company with Xpeng's resources, supply chains,
Oh, wait a minute. This is another. I've got two videos pulled up. My bad. Here's the other one. We were on.
introduced U-World as a new consumer brand. The U1 became its first full-size ultrabionic robot built for homes, care, and emotional companionship. UB-Tech is mainly targeting people who live alone and older adults who may want regular interaction inside the home. The U1 has 88 degrees of freedom, which allows its face, neck, arms, and upper body to move.
They made her busty. They knew what they was doing with this model right here, bro.
In a more natural way.
And you know, and the double D's just come standard on these models.
Its dual pivot neck can tilt and turn.
Dual pivot neck? Just dual? I'm gonna need that thing to do the Exorcist with the neck. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that owl neck, that 360 degree neck.
Oh God,
I'm gonna need that Tony Hawk neck. I'm gonna need it to go all the way around. You spin my head right. I'm gonna need that.
Like a human neck. The silicone skin helps.
I need a giraffe neck. You know what I'm saying? I need her uncle to be a giraffe.
The robot look less mechanical during close interaction. Its emotion-aware AI can identify more than 20 emotional states with over 90% accuracy.
Well, good thing for me, I only really have two.
The robot can then adjust its voice and response based on what it sees. The most unusual feature is that the U1 does not need a wake word. It can notice when someone enters the room and begin a conversation on its own. Most of the processing happens locally, which also gives users more control over private conversations. The limits are still serious. The battery lasts only 2 to 4 hours. The robot is designed for flat indoor floors and cannot climb stairs.
It only lasts 2 to 4 hours. Well, good thing for her. I really only need about 2 to 4 seconds.
Or handle normal household chores. Pricing starts at about $17,600 for the light version.
This is like the Asian, what's her name? Trinity from The Matrix?
The Pro costs around $20 version.
Yeah, that one right there. That looks like Trinity from The Matrix right there. I can be your Neo, baby. I can take away the battery charge time. I got a supercharger at the house. Imagine trying to spit game to one of these AI robot girls. Like, hey girl, you know what I'm saying? I got a supercharger at the crib. I'll take you from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, did I tell you that I had fiber internet? Reboot times are really fast at my house. And imagine they're at the bar. You're trying to spit game to these. So why should I go home with you? I got really good internet. I have 300 megabytes upload. Let me see your internet speeds. I'm sorry.
Version. The Pro costs around $25,000. Ultra pricing ranges from about $130,000 to $146,000. UB-Tech reported over 13.3 thousand orders during the launch. U1 tries to make the whole body feel alive. A headform
Oh, the whole body, you say?
Elf Schwan takes the opposite approach and puts most of its effort into
Moya, initiate throat massage function. I'm sorry. Just these ideas just come into my head if I had one of these things.
one area. The face. A headform Elf Schwan 2.0 is a fantasy-inspired bust robot made for social interaction and entertainment.
Bust?
Founder Hu Yuhan wants to bring digital characters into the physical world. That is why Schwan is
Did you
designed
see that? He snapped in her face and she turned her head real quick. That's what we need.
more like a living character than a general-purpose humanoid. Up to 42 small actuators move the face beneath soft, bionic skin. Cameras placed inside the eyes help Schwan follow people and make direct eye contact. In February 2026, The robot gained attention after performing a lip-synced song at an AI gala. The performance showed how much detail the face can create through small
Whoa.
movements around the eyes and mouth.
I can be your hero, baby.
Juan works best
Take away their slow internet.
in live events, exhibitions, and entertainment spaces.
Oh
However,
my God,
the
the robot crowd, yeah. It's crazy.
robot cannot walk and usually remains on a fixed stand or wheeled base. Each unit also takes weeks to build. Pricing depends on the level of customization and can range from tens of thousands of dollars to several hundred thousand. Juan is designed to be watched. Eva.ai is designed for much closer interaction because its skin
Whoa.
can detect exactly how you touch
Thick.
it. Eva.ai comes from IO technology under the Robonova.ai brand. Founder Mark Wu presents the robot as a physical answer to digital loneliness. The company describes it as a new kind of
With the ripped skirt, y'all knew what y'all was doing. That Coke bottle figure.
relationship between
I was-
humans
they
and
knew what they were
embodied
doing.
AI. Its main feature is FPC bionic skin that can sense pressure, temperature, and the exact point of contact. Graphene heating
You have entered me. Your phallus is in my mouth. What is that in my ear hole?
warms the surface to around 37 degrees Celsius. The cameras are placed inside removable glasses instead of the eyes. This helps the face avoid the fixed stare seen in many androids. Emotional data is processed offline and stays inside the robot. Ava.ai is still at an early stage. Its movement is limited to sitting and reclining positions, so it cannot walk around
Hey, all we need to know is, does she lay down? We really only need one position here.
the home. The current official pre-order price is $10,000
Asking the
with
perverted
delivery
questions
That's
here.
not bad. 10 bands?
planned for November
Less than a divorce.
2026. Earlier Kickstarter backers were able to reserve units for as little as $6,800. The first 4 robots focus heavily on presence and emotion. Hobbs W1 takes a more practical route by giving businesses a robot that can greet people and handle simple objects. Hobbs W1 comes from Noetics and is designed for hotels as well as retail stores. It can also work in show
Okay, you can't just throw a scarf on her and be like, there you go, put her in a fit. Why y'all got these construction glasses with a bob cut? What? Give her a little bit of swag or something.
rooms and corporate reception areas. The robot has hands with 6 degrees of freedom and arms with 5 degrees of freedom. It can navigate indoors and show information on a chest display. It can also read basic emotional cues from guests. These features allow Hobbs W1 to welcome visitors and point toward different areas. It can also hand over light objects during simple service tasks. The robot is not trying to look fully human. Instead, the design focuses on useful interaction at a lower cost. Noetics has already shown that it can build affordable humanoids through the Boomy robot, which was priced at about $1,380. The
That's
company
not bad.
says Hobbs W1 is also being developed around consumer electronics level pricing. However, the official price has not been announced. Its light frame also means it can only handle small items and basic tasks.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a thou wow chat. One of y'all need to buy me one of these, man. I'm gonna stick it in the back, and I'll put a mic. I'll mic them up. Just because I would never buy one myself. I don't know. I couldn't justify. I could not justify buying one. But if it was gifted to me, that's where it's a lot different. I would have it in the back, mic it up. Hey, Petunia, give her some crazy name.
Hobbs W1 shows how a humanoid can be useful without looking human. Realbotics Aria takes a different approach by allowing owners to change both the face and the AI running inside the robot. Aria is the flagship social robot from Realbotics. The company has deep experience with realistic silicone sculpting, and that background is clear in Aria's face.
That right there, nightmare fuel.
The robot is also available as a digital character through Ask Aria, which can communicate in 25 languages. The physical robot uses cameras inside the eyes and a magnetically attached face. Owners can remove one face and replace it with another. Aria can also connect to outside AI models such as GPT, Gemini, Claude, and Llama. This means the software can change without
But can she take my nano banana? This is the real question here.
replacing the body. Realbotics is already testing Aria in real settings. The company has announced pilots with
Baby
Ericsson,
girl, don't look at me like that.
a school district in New York, and an eldercare program in the United Kingdom. These trials are meant to test how the robot performs in education, customer interaction, and care environments. Aria still moves on a wheeled base and cannot walk on 2 legs. Independent testers have also
we don't really need her to walk. This way she can not walk away from me.
reported slow replies and uneven emotion tracking. Prices begin at $20,000 for the bust. A half-body version costs
We say the bust.
about $95,000.
I'm about to bust.
The full-wheeled robot starts at $125,000. These are 6 realistic robots you can actually buy in 2026.
Bro, I don't know about you guys, but I'm childish, man. I am so childish. I see these videos and I see these nuts, and I can't help it. I tell people all the time that I think we're all about 17 years old, but we just learn how to act in public. And I feel that right now. I'm feeling that. Like, I can't, all the childish things I say, I'm 35. I need to grow up, but sometimes I can't. Some of that stuff is just too funny to me, in my opinion. I just can't. It's hilarious. So let's go to one of the previous videos I covered on this.
That are already being changed.
China's new female robot just hit the market. Women are pissed. Would you buy an AI robot doll? Let's see what some of you guys said. Yes, I would buy 2. Oh, okay, wrong one. Yes, I would buy 2. A 30K robot was still caught less than my last divorce. Definitely not going to be buying one of these initial test runs, maybe once they're more common. In a heartbeat. 35 years ago, maybe. My buddy said he would trade his girl for an AI robot doll in a heartbeat. She smiles when you walk in. I'm sold. 275K sounded pretty expensive at first, but I realized I've spent more than my marriage and subsequent divorce. There you go. These things could cost 100K and it'd still be way cheaper than the real thing. No tattoos, no nose rings on these robots. 275K is a lot less than my divorce. Sold. Levi, you act like juvenile and we love it. Hey, dude, hey, I can't help it sometimes, bro. I'm childish. Hey, robot, start heat up liquid process. Dude, I'm telling you, starting liquefaction warmth function. I hope it will not be too human. You're asking the right questions. Literally reminds me of that robot chicken skit where a scientist unveils a robot and an audience member asks, "Can you F it?" Moya in Bulgarian means mine. Bro was wild in this episode. I'm weak. Working in high traffic service areas. Our motto here at Tyrell Corporation is more human than human. Run the Voight-Kampf machine at first. Bro robot will kill its own owners. Damn it, was born 20 years too soon. X-Robots in disguise. Anyone know a John Connor? Only 40K for an immortal employee once you nail the face per your comedy. That Nadine bot looks like Pennywise. You have 15 seconds to put your weapons down. 10 seconds. Loki in the back looking like Dad. What are you talking about? Lucy Lubot? Levi asking the questions we need the answers to. Once you nail the face, bang the bot. Bring it on. Hey, Levi. The bus to hell leaves in 20 minutes and I'm driving. Brobot was in the doll case tweaking like Tyrone. He just realized his Jeep bot got recalled. Levi's getting more savage by the day. Funniest Levi ever. I was cracking up because every guy's thinking the same thing. Y'all brought Albert back? The over-the-boulder shoulder holder option? Oh my god, that's some of the OG stuff. The over-the-boulder shoulder holder. Lucy Lubot. This episode was amazingly funny. Lucy Lubot. Hey, who's stirring the mac and cheese back there? Yeah, I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to go in the back and test it really quick. And it just sounds like somebody's punching a boot full of yogurt. Just straight up just... Hey, what's going on back there? I'm just unplunging a toilet. Don't even worry about it. Lucy Lubot, start warm-up function. Motor boater. This stuff is too creepy. Are they dishwasher safe? Oh my god. You are sick. Does it have an excrement dump function? Oh my god, bro's wildin'. He went full feral, 3 foot high with a flat head, so I got somewhere to put my beers at. Oh my lord, have mercy. If those bots from Droid Up gets one company with the facial and eye movement, oh my god, you are a sick puppy. Once you nail the face. That old dude holding the light bulb was Thomas Edison. Bro, you make me laugh my butt off. Checking for the robot's hardware is diabolical. Sees robot Levi. Let me borrow it. Only takes 2 minutes. I'm collecting her Sonic. I'm telling you right now, I'd knock the Sonic rings out of one of these. At least she'll never leave me. Ever. How much for the desktop version? Asking for a friend. It's like it's like that play in GTA Vice City in the future. There will be robots. Loki's missing nutsack versus Lucy Lubot. I hate your face. Levi on Demon Time today. Who would run? Who down to DP my bot? Oh my god, you're a sick individual. Oh my god. Lucy Lubot. Bro, you're gonna extra goofy on this one. Why did the one in the tux look like Alan Rickman? Yes, that's called Uncanny Valley. Warm skin. Like, how warm? You're a who individual. Who commented that? Hassan, sick individual. Terminator, Megan, and iRobot have prepared us for times like this. I heart Futurama and the Lucy Lubot. Levi's on fire. This is dangerous. Chinese version of Blade Runner. I feel fantastic. Do you feel hungry an hour later? Mezzo Forte. Snoot Phuket. I'm interested. She lives in LA. Why the dating is you better off buying a sex bot. Oh my god. I'm telling you, bro. China, China, China. Making some of the best robots on the market. You know, these robots are replacing Melania. It's a beautiful thing. Baron. Hello. Yes, father. I will make you millions of dollars. It's a crazy world we live in. Baron Trump being 6'10", he's a robot as well. You know, we're living in crazy times right now, chat. Moya, 92% human. They can feel your touch. They know if you're touching them. You have just entered me. Beep boop. What is that in my buttocks? Pop beep. Sorry. I just get on, dude. I watch these and I just immediately get on Demon Time. I don't know what it is, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace. Seems like Ariana Grande is starring in the new Carrie. She's covered in pig's blood. This is absolutely wild work. This video is really weird, and I don't get why Hollywood doesn't try to hide this a little bit better. Stick around to the very end. I'm going to cover some comments of a previous video, and if you would, please subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to support for free. Let's get off into this madness.
Ariana Grande's new music video is going viral for all the wrong reasons. The top comment on her video right now says, "At this point, I'm judging her team, friends, and family. This is insane." This comes after fans noticed a radical shift from how she looked just a few years ago.
She looks like a twig. What happened to this Ariana? She was Ariana Grande, now she's Ariana Pequeño.
But while the whole internet argues over her looks, her music video...
God, like you can see, look at that. Look at her chesticle. You can see her sternum. That is concerning.
For her looks, her music video actually reveals something even more disturbing, where 12 years of leaving Jesus for witchcraft actually leads. And the witchcraft didn't just come out of nowhere. It was an attempt at solving a problem that started when she was just 9 years old. The year was 2003 when her parents split up. And by the time she was 19, she stopped talking to her dad completely. And to this day, that season of her life is hard for her to even talk about.
Whoa. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, but putting your kids in Hollywood, diabolical behavior, man. Let them be a kid.
I think growing up, kind of, you want what you don't have. Like, my parents got divorced.
Her parents' divorce opened the wound so deep that after 25 years, it still makes her emotional. But at 14, she thought she'd found the answer. She auditioned for Cat Valentine on Nickelodeon, got the role, and later became one of the most loved teenagers in America, which looked exactly like what she's been searching for. Okay, but by the time that the show ended, she admitted what that love actually cost her. In her goodbye letter, she thanked them for letting her play, in her words, a beautiful character who I hid behind for so long, saying that people love Kat so much that she used to pretend to be more like her. So while her character was loved, her true self wasn't known, and that was the beginning of a pattern that would show up in her life ever since. But there was one place in her life that was supposed to know her and accept her for who she is, and that was the Catholic Church that she grew up in. But according to her, it told her brother that God didn't love him.
Oh, they reel against the gays over there, I think.
I think it was the Pope at the time was like totally homophobic and totally not a fan of women at all. Or like also like SpongeBob or Harry Potter, and I was like, nah, this, I can't do this. I was like, I'm out, guys.
Now,
imagine basing your beliefs because a Pope says, I don't like SpongeBob, Harry Potter, or gay people. You know, you're like, I can't subscribe to that.
It would be easy to hear that and think that she left over a meme. But there was something incredibly personal underneath it. Her older brother Frankie, who she grew up idolizing, is gay. And around that time,
No way, you don't say.
According to Ariana, the church told him that God didn't love him. Now, whether or not that's what her church actually told him, it's still what she walked away believing. And if God wouldn't accept him for who he was, then what would he think of her? And this is why at 19, she was done. 4 years ago, I actually made a video about this moment, and back then, I thought that her leaving was the end of the story. But it turns out, it was just the beginning. Because when she walked out of that church, she left with the question she still had to answer. Whose acceptance counts now? And the way that she tried to answer
She went straight to Satan.
it brought on far more problems than solutions.
And I just became more spiritual.
It started with Kabbalah, a mystical belief system that became popular with celebrities in the 2000s.
They're all in a cabal.
And in 2014, her brother Frankie and her started studying it. Since her brother was rejected by the church, whatever she was going to believe next, it had to be something with room for him. So she wore the red string bracelet and later explained what drew her to it. She said, you have to watch your intentions, make sure you're not giving into your ego, and then she said, you have the power to change your reality.
I mean, you do have the power to change your reality. What you could do is go download free cash. It's super simple. You scan the QR code, click the link in the description, you get $10. You can cash out when you get $20. It's super simple. You guys like these segues and these transitions? You like that? I try my best, dude. I really, really do. But don't say I never did anything for you guys.
Whoop de doo.
Scan the QR code, click the link in the description. Let's get back into this craziness.
This meant that no priest or pope or church could ever reject her. She was now the one that held the pen, which sounds like freedom, but the only problem was Kabbalah didn't stick, and she never publicly explained why. All we were able to see was the escalation that came
This poor millionaire. Oh, no.
10 years later.
I don't know. I sit somewhere between being a literal witch. I'm not kidding.
You are a witch?
I am indeed the witchiest witch.
You see, in Kabbalah, she was a student, learning from someone else's system, but not anymore.
I mean, it makes sense. She's all like emaciated. You can see her sternum. I mean, it's giving off witch vibes. It is.
She got deep into tarot. She started getting answers from these cards and astrology, and
Bro, I remember. I had a hippie chick in Austin do my tarot, and I was like, this got to be the dumbest.
Stupid.
You're gonna see some blessings in your next cycle. What are you talking about? Just shut up.
and crystals. Her first tarot deck was a gift from her mom that she carried with her since her Wicked audition. And on the set of Wicked, she kept the deck in her tent and people came to her for readings. So in other words, this isn't just an aesthetic for her, it's how she navigates her life.
Tarot readings is like zodiacs. It applies to everyone as long as whoever you're talking to is stupid enough to believe it. It's so simple. Yes, oh, well, your moon is rising and it seems like your sun is setting. That means you're going to have an opening of opportunities in your next season here. Like, what, bro, what? You can read any zodiac and apply it to your life. Just like with tarot, you can say anything. It's just really soft language that gets you to believe that whatever is happening on these cards is happening in your life.
And if the Kabbalah era put a pen in her hand, well, this one went even further. Now she reads the cards herself. She interprets the signs herself. And now no one can stand between her and her spiritual world at all. That's what brings us to today. Just 1 month ago, she released Petal, and on the title track, she finally revealed what she was drifting towards all along. She sang, "I don't need someone to save me." And that right there is her whole 12-year journey in one line, going from God saves you, to the universe, to I can save myself. No one can hand her a verdict or reject her for who she is. But just a couple of days ago, the internet finally looked at her, and that was all that anyone could talk about.
Somebody need to genuinely check up on Ariana Grande, because what is going on?
You don't look your best, and we just want to make sure that you're okay.
Baby, go get some help.
Okay, but this issue about her looks goes a lot deeper than it seems on the surface. Because for Ariana, being judged on her appearance isn't a this week thing. It's been her whole life and ties back to everything that we've been talking about. In 2024, she said,
"From what you're wearing, to your body, to your face, to your everything, I've heard every version of it, of what's wrong with me, and then you fix it, and then it's wrong for different reasons."
And over, she really did try to fix it. She became the sweet pop princess with the ponytail. Then when the diva story started, the dangerous woman era. And then there was even this version.
I'm like, "Bitch, that's my cookie, that's my juice, okay? Thank you, next." That's what this baby picture says. Kill me, get your in here. Come on, girl.
This is my savage diva era. These people be flip-flopping personalities like crazy.
Also accused of taking the identity of a Japanese person, among others. So every time a version of her got criticized, a new version would appear, only to be mocked and labeled wrong. But this gets even more complicated when you consider the fact that growing up in the spotlight, her acceptance was often reduced down to her physical appearance.
Well, and a lot of times with these Hollywood people, the acceptance of the people is what keeps your ego driven. So as soon as you don't have that acceptance, you feel like you're out of whack, you're out of equilibrium. This is why it's so shallow. You have to reach a point. You have to reach a point in your life where you stop caring what other people think about you, especially strangers. Like, I'll go through the comments sometimes, and some of you, I'm not saying all of you guys, most of you, 98% of you guys are supportive of what I do, the changes that I make. But there's a small, 2 to 5% of people that are like, well, Levi, why'd you change this? I don't like this. This is, I like the old this. I like the old that. I liked it when you, dude, I don't care. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
I'm going to change things. I'm going to change the outro sometimes. I'm going to change how I do the show. I'm going to change certain things. It's just going to be what it is. And you have to be secure enough in yourself where you're willing to change things and you don't let other people dictate what your life does. Because the thing is when I started growing this audience, when I started growing my YouTube channel, I got advice from a guy by the name of Ice Poseidon. I don't know if any of you guys know this guy, but I did an old live stream show. It's called Scuff Brother. It was my first real experience with anybody streaming related, YouTube related, or social media related. And the one bit of advice that Ice Poseidon gave me was, if you don't lead your audience will lead you. And most of the time, if you let your audience lead you, they'll lead you to demise. They want you to crash and burn. Not all the time, but people want to see you go through things that they wouldn't go through. They want to live vicariously through you. And everybody likes a good feel-good story. And most of the time nowadays, a feel-good story is watching other people fall. It sucks. That's what it is. So he's like, you got to lead your community. You can't let them lead you. And I was like, bro, you're so right. Great advice.
And when people compared her body to how she used to look, she told them,
The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy, but that in fact wasn't my healthy. I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies. If you think you're saying something good or well-intentioned, we should really work towards not doing that as much.
And even more recently,
how do you do to
No. People are gonna say what they want to say.
Cope with beauty standards, to always look perfect?
My goodness. I'm not gonna. It's okay. It's okay. It's just.
But no matter what's going on with her body today, there's still one thing underneath all of this that stopped her from finally finding the acceptance that she's been looking for. And the place where this is perfectly demonstrated is in her new music video. She plays a hopeful actress sitting in a waiting room about to audition for a panel of executives. She performs for them, and then they hand her an evaluation sheet stamped not good enough. So she changes herself. She gives herself a new look, new hair, new version of herself, and comes back and performs again. And this time the panel writes no sex appeal. So she changes herself again and again. And every single version of her gets rejected until one of the executives tells her he misses the way she used to be, which should sound familiar at this point. But the most disturbing part of the video is when it takes a dark turn. After facing all of the rejection, she pulls out a chainsaw and slaughters the entire panel. She walks back into the lobby covered in blood, and the women in the waiting room stand up to applaud her. And that scene says it all. She escaped every judge in the room, but she still needed the audience to applaud her, because her need for being loved and accepted for who she is never actually changed. The only thing that changed was whose love and acceptance counted. The names keep changing, but the need has stuck with her ever since she was a little girl. And the comments are exactly where this story went next. Within a day of her video coming out, the comment section filled up with thousands of strangers evaluating her body, most of them insisting that they're not judging her, they're just worried. The video was about people picking apart the latest version of her, and the response to it was people picking apart this latest version of her. And notice what's missing from the story in her video. The cards, the crystals, the manifesting, none of it is in there. In fact, in her own script, the only thing that saves her is her. But then just 2 days later, this happened.
Ariana Grande is taking a break from the spotlight after her Eternal Sunshine tour.
Her team cited the reason as...
What I always found so weird, even as a kid when I was growing up, I was like, all these people, I remember it happened to like Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson's like, I got a coke problem. I got a drug problem. I'm just so depressed. I'm like, bro, how you going to be depressed and have $1 bajillion? How you going to be so sad and have all this money? Isn't it funny where a lot of these people that have all the money in the world, they're so sad. And I guess, you know, money doesn't equal happiness. I get that. But I think these people just lose the plot. You know, I was very happy when I was poor, and I'm also very happy when I have money now. I think it's just a matter of perspective. I think these people get so detached from reality, and they see these things as they never can achieve, and they start hanging around people that are so shallow. I think it speaks more to the people they surround themselves with. Because what's it say in the Bible? You become the company that you keep. It's basically, it's like you eventually turn into the people that you spend the most I call it the amoeba effect. You turn into the top 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you spend time with people who are shallow, egotistical, narcissistic, you're probably going to turn into that. And when you reach this level of fame, it seems like the people that you kick it with are just very shallow, egotistical, narcissistic. They don't really care. They really only kick it with you if you got clout, you got money, they can get things from you. It's not really genuine. That's why I think as we get older, it's really hard to build a genuine friendship. It's been difficult for me. The guys that I've built friendships with in my 30s now, I've got one like genuine friend, I'd say Jack Morgan, maybe Saber Sam, but both of those guys are kind of business relationships as well. And the other guys I talk to are mainly business related. It's not just like a, hey, what's up, homie? We play the game together. All the friends I have are from high school and college. Put a 1 in the chat if you're the same way. I really have had the same friends since high school. They're the same dudes. I don't really have a lot of new friends, and I feel like that's something that a lot of these Hollywood people, they get pigeonholed, especially the ones that were child actors and stuff, is they never got to build like a real friendship. Everybody's been fake and superficial.
Endless ongoing public scrutiny, and after 12 years of taking it all into her own hands, she had to walk away from it all. And that's the thing about the spirituality she built. Even if the cards can tell you what might happen, they can never tell you that you're truly known and truly loved. The late Tim Keller once said, "To be loved but not known is comforting but superficial, but to be known and not loved is our greatest fear." So at some level, we can all relate to what Ariana is going through. We like to tell ourselves that we don't care what other people think, but the truth is, what we all want deep down is to be adored by those that we adore. It's why one negative comment from your boss or your parents or someone that you admire can sit with you for days, while
Walt Disney has a quote about this. It's like, we're born to fit in and then forced to stand out. You know, that's kind of how it goes. But it just comes from a level of self-confidence. You have to be so secure in yourself, and that's why I think every man should go through a bit of hardship so you really learn who's in your corner. And that hardship for me was getting kicked out of high school, going to alternative school, and really losing all my friends except the 3 guys that I'm really, really close with now. And I started to realize like what everybody talked about me. And at that age of 18, going back and realizing that all the people that you thought were your friends really weren't your friends as soon as you got some hardship, I was like, oh, wow, this is a big eye-opener for me. This is a really big eye-opener for me. So, but a lot of guys don't go through, it's called the villain arc, right? If a lot of guys don't go through this, though, a lot of people don't go through this. You have to fall. You have to be broken down before you can be rebuilt, and a lot of people don't go through this stuff. So, you know, it's tough. It's really tough. All right, let's go through. Ellen DeGeneres is one of those people that it looks like. Let's go through the Ellen DeGeneres video that we did yesterday. Conspiracy theorist was a term invented by the CIA to discredit people who question the JFK assassination. The CIA invented it. Think about that. Big factoids there. Be kind. What a hypocrite, right? Surely everyone knows what Oprah Winfrey is a part of all this madness. Ellen has the face of a person who looks like they eat people's faces. The eyes, Chico. They never lie. I used to not like Bieber, and now I genuinely feel sorry for him. His interviews with Diddy was uncomfortable for me as a viewer. Yeah, I agree, dude. Yeah, I agree. She ran out of adrenochrome. I never liked Ellen's show. It's a hard watch. It's a tough listen. Anne Hesh was talking about the documentary she was involved in on child exploitation. Then suddenly, she lost control of her car, put in a body bag, which she unzipped herself out of, and then was crammed into the ambulance and passed away shortly thereafter. Yeah. I'll never unsee the Ellen Nosferatu comparison. Gibson directed some of the greatest films of all time: Passion of the Christ, Apocalypto, The Patriot, Braveheart. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, he really, really did. Brother, I worked for Ellen's for the last 25 years of my life. Everybody walking on eggshells, isolated if you fall foul of unwritten rules, in groups, flying monkeys, reputation destruction, over a dozen female bosses or female bosses of my male bosses. I've had bad male bosses and bad female bosses. Bad female bosses are brutal. Yes, they are. I like Mel Gibson, dude. Was like Cat Williams spoke the truth, but it was popular. Just expose them all. Don't worry, nothing will be done. Honestly, Ellen is the biggest gay bully in Hollywood, in my opinion. The way she treats the celeb, she's a big gay bully. It's the eyes, they never lie. Caviezel can still get work with base producers, actors like Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and Kevin Sorbo. Isn't Kevin Sorbo the old Hercules? I used to watch that all the time. Degenerate looks like one of those vampires from Blade Trinity. Shots fired! It's an extraction from a young person, but not foreskin. It's adrenaline. They frighten and torture children, then they take the adrenaline. So sick. What? What the fart is that? The top model from Spain or Argentina that runs out of a restaurant hotel screams, "They eat humans, they cannibals." Research that video. Oh, I've seen that one. Actually, the singer Usher took control of Justin Bieber, and he took him to Diddy's house. Ugh. I'm eyeing the blue and white set props, where I've seen it looks like before, real-life Hostel movie. Bro, I remember watching the first Hostel. Adrenochrome is the most valuable commodity for the wealthy, disgusting and evil. I bet everybody signed an NDA. What was Ellen's buzzwords? Be pizza, or was it be cheese? Why did her stage look exactly like you-know-who's temple? Ellen DeGeneres can be extradited back to the U.S. Look at poor Brittany Murphy. Celebrities lost touch with reality. That video made me realize that Big Mike is always packing his 9. Ellen is running hard. You should do a Mel Gibson episode. I might have to. Be kind, but don't look at me. Yeah. So wow, I would have tucked it in my sock because they would have seen a lot. Nick Fernandez. It was talking about she had dadgum cameras in the bathroom. I was like, I would have had to tuck mine in my sock. They would have seen a lot. So I know you guys. I talk about the connect with me. You guys can call me if you want to. You can also chat with me 24/7 if you really want to. It's called Fanison. It's a cool service because they've basically watched, AI's watched all my videos. I've given it all my ebooks, and it has lessons on the ebooks. You can text with this, you can call with this. And so basically it's a digital twin of me that has learned everything about me. And so if you guys want to talk to me on demand, you can chat with me 24/7. You can just go to fanison.com/Levi-Nix, and you can chat with me anytime you want. Pretty cool service. I met this guy. His name's Hall Charter. Super nice guy. I met him at VidCon. He's the CEO of the company. Ain't that right, Lokes?
Won't they do?
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.
Alright, one more video. Now, I'm gonna go outside for a little bit.
Snow White and the failed feminist fairy tale. I did not think this situation could get any worse, but it seems like Rachel Zegler may be flipping patties at Burger King before the end of 2026. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe. It's a great way. It's a great way to support the channel for free. Let's get off into it.
Remember when Rachel Zegler was Hollywood's golden girl? Spielberg's Discovery, franchise-ready, red carpet darling. Fast forward a few years and her name was attached to one of Disney's most expensive live-action flops ever.
My name usually gets mentioned with big flops as well.
Snow White didn't just underperform, it face-planted. Massive budget, endless controversy, brutal box office. This wasn't just a bad press tour, it was a masterclass in how to fumble the bag in real time.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy
Yeah, that's what the entire movie's about, stupid. A love story.
Literally stalks her. Weird.
Zegler was not some random actress who stumbled into a big opportunity. She was handpicked by Steven Spielberg for West Side Story in 2021. That is not normal. That's like
Steven Spielberg, he picks them. But sometimes you can't pick them all great. I'm sorry, but she looks like the dude from Sling Blade? Was it Billy Bob Thornton? French fried potatoes. Every time I see her face is what I think of.
Getting drafted first overall into the Hollywood League. She had talent, she had buzz, she had that next big thing glow.
And because Rachel certainly has an extraordinary instrument, you know, her vocal range is exceptional. I knew intuitively on the first day I saw Rachel, my first day of casting.
Then she landed major roles in franchises like the Hunger Games prequel and got cast as Snow White in Disney's live-action remake of the literal movie that built Disney. This wasn't just another princess. Snow White is the blueprint. The 1937 film basically launched Disney as an empire. So when you get cast in that remake, the job description is simple. Smile, promote, say how honored you are,
That's what I'm saying. Somebody paying me $100 million, bro, I'm gonna tell you whatever they want me to say, bro. Just know, Chad, if you see me in a Hollywood movie, And you're like, that's not what Levi believes. No, I'm getting a fat baggie.
Check, go home. Instead, Rachel chose chaos. During the press tour, she openly criticized the original 1937 Snow White. She called it weird. She said the prince was basically a stalker. She said the love story was outdated and that they weren't focusing on that anymore. Now look, you can have modern critiques of old movies, sure, but maybe don't do that while you're starring in a remake that's banking on people loving the original.
Just mean that it's no longer 1937.
And it wasn't just one comment. It turned into a pattern. Interview after interview, the tone shifted away from celebrating a timeless fairy tale and leaned more toward framing the original as something outdated that needed correcting. Which is ironic considering her entire paycheck existed because that so-called outdated classic had been loved for nearly a century.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. I was scared of the original cartoon.
The internet noticed, of course it did. Clips spread everywhere. Every time she rolled her eyes about the original or joked about the prince being creepy, another 1,000 people decided they were not buying a ticket. Then came the social media situation. When the first trailer dropped, instead of just hyping the film, Rachel posted political commentary underneath the promotional content. Now here's the thing. Celebrities talk politics all the time, but studios usually prefer that you don't attach your activism directly to the marketing of a family fairy tale movie that needs 4-quadrant appeal. Snow White is supposed to be for kids, parents, grandparents, not a Twitter debate battlefield. Reports started circulating that Disney executives had to intervene. Allegedly, they flew out to talk to her about cooling.
Chad, any of you guys see that movie? Keep it a thou wow. I ain't watching Snow White, bro.
On social media. They even brought in PR help.
Even if when my daughter gets to a certain age where she's like, Daddy, I want to watch Snow White, I'm going to be like, nah, we're going to watch the old school one.
Exactly.
That's what we going to do.
Watch the old school.
And you know what else we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and download Free Cash. It's a super simple app. It's a mobile app. You can download it. I'll give you $10 on me. You can cash out when you hit $20. It's super simple. You scan the QR code, click on the link in the description. You can play a slew of different games. People usually cash out in less than 20 minutes. They cash out $20, which is what some people don't even make it a freaking job. So imagine you could play mobile games and get paid as much as just working a job. So don't say I've never done anything for you guys.
Won't need to.
Don't ever say it. And if you do, you know, I might have to find you. I really might have to find you. Let's get back off into this.
Snow White merchandise quietly ended up discounted in budget stores. Theme parks didn't aggressively push a live-action Snow White character meet and greet the way they have with other remakes like Beauty and the Beast or The Little Mermaid. It felt like the company wanted to move on fast. And here's the part that really fueled the fire. Instead of going quiet for a bit and letting the storm pass, Rachel doubled down in interviews. She suggested that much of the backlash stemmed from misogyny. She spoke about being held to different standards. She framed criticism as something that didn't really bother her.
Everyone who hates when I win. The winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her.
I'm sorry, but comparing yourself to an iconic historical statue at the age of 21 or 22, they must be selling Audacity at Goodwill. You think you're that important? Wow.
And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them.
Honey, this isn't a audition. You can just tell she's acting right here. It doesn't look genuine at all.
That at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
You're a liar!
Ain't nobody gonna watch that movie.
Now,
false.
There are absolutely toxic corners of the internet. That's real. But from a purely strategic standpoint, this was gasoline on the discourse because the narrative shifted from this movie flopped to she refuses to acknowledge any mistakes. Hollywood is a business. It pretends to be art first, but it's money. It hasn't been art since the mid-1800s. When you become associated with a massive financial loss, studios notice. They might smile publicly, but spreadsheets do not care about vibes. Before Snow White, Rachel's trajectory was straight upward. Spielberg co-signed major franchises, huge budgets, the kind of career arc that leads to A-list status. After Snow White, the projects looked smaller. An indie comedy.
Dude, with her face, I guess I could be a freaking actor.
Theater work in London's West End, which to be clear is respectable. Theater is real acting. Indie films can be great, but it's not the same momentum as leading billion-dollar franchises. There were rumors about a Gloria Estefan biopic casting, but as of that point, it wasn't fully greenlit or in production, so it felt more like a hopeful headline than a locked-in comeback. The harsh truth is this: when executives label you difficult or high risk, you become harder to insure, harder to market, harder to justify on a $200 million gamble. Studios are risk-averse creatures. If they believe in
and the thing is, dude, I heard Rachel Zegler, she had to go back to Broadway. And you know you're doing bad when you got to go off the screen and go back on the stage. Might as well start an OF.
Actor might create PR storms that overshadow the film, they hesitate. And here's the ironic twist. Even if Rachel has said nothing controversial, Snow White still might have underperformed. Live action remakes
The movie was dog water anyways. It was washed out, color graded like it was a Dune movie. I don't know why everybody thought that they was going to go watch this movie. Why are they making all these movies that are supposed to be colorful, old school, and making them into freaking washed out? Like, some of these scenes, I'm like, bro, this is a washed out scene.
Have they never heard of these guys? Trey and Matt would literally air your funeral if you asked them not to.
Now, tell me exactly what it is you're afraid of. Everywhere I look, people are being replaced. Then, the puppet masters. Why are they replacing every single character with someone who is diverse? As Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down.
But I mean, what did they expect? The second they announced the changes, no prince, no dwarfs, no romance, everybody knew it was cooked, fully charred. Disney took one of the most iconic pieces of animation history, the film that literally built their empire, and decided to rip out everything that made it famous. Instead, they slapped some half-baked girl boss energy on it, hoping it'd be enough to cover the mess. Flawless strategy, nothing but dubs, guys. And then Zegler opened her mouth and basically speed ran the world record for how to get a fan base to hate you without even trying. It was like she read the list of things not to say and used it as a script. She went on this press tour, just clowning on the original movie, saying stuff like Snow White was a doormat, calling the prince a stalker, acting like
she did so much to ruin her entire reputation, bro. Like the easiest role to get would be something like this, and all you have to do is just shut up. But we all know that's very hard for modern women. Just shut your mouth. That is, they just can't do it. It's just one thing they're freaking allergic to.
Performances so lifeless, it made you question if they were even trying.
You always want to tell a fun, exciting story, and every time I've ever made a movie, I go into it going, I want this to be the best movie ever made.
Or what?
They're leaning into woke. Hardcore.
They're petrified of some kind of backlash. I wanted my money back. It was very disappointing.
Who wants a movie about true love? What kind of woman do we want out there seeking true love, Eliana? The outrage.
Every way that Disney changed the story, it changed it for the worse.
They are pretending like Rachel Zegler is the first of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
The new Disney boss.
She does look like Lord Farquaad.
Babe, who is Rachel Zegler, the inverse of happy.
So she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
No one on the right side of America can stand the star of this movie.
Meanwhile, the rest of the world smelled blood and just dogpiled. Joe Rogan fired off about corporate pandering, while Bill Maher threw on his boomer glasses and dragged Disney for sucking the soul out of art. Both of them, polar opposite types of people, basically agreed on one universal truth. Disney took a wholesome, love-drenched fairy tale that literally built the studio and turned it into a passive-aggressive podcast about feminism with costumes, and not even good costumes at that.
Yeah, so now if you notice the spin on it, they're putting it all on her. I mean, I'm sure she sucks, but she is very young. She's about
a fucking kid, right?
She didn't write that script though, right? And I don't think she made the no dwarves decisions. That was Sir Peter Dinklage.
That was crazy, right?
The script was screwed from the start.
How much did this cost? They should get Doged looking at this movie. They spent $250 million making that movie. But imagine you spend $250 million and you get some young girl and you don't kind of talk to her about like, hey, don't get political. You're young. And I know you have opinions about things, but this should be just about the movie.
Well, just to defend Big Head Girl, let me tell you something. The message of the movie is to be that bitch. That's the message that they wrote a script that's telling girls, I don't need nobody tells me I'm a 20-year-old girl, so obviously I should run my mouth all the time. That's the theme of the new Snow White.
No, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
it's not the same story?
No. So now they put it all on her. Now they've failed. Here's what happened. She made the cardinal error of saying free Palestine on Twitter. So she could say all that men are bad and it's this and that, but once you do that, now they've put the entire weight of the failure upon her. When really, it's like making Jimmy Fallon apologize for doing a Chris Rock impression when Lauren and a team of lawyers and consultants decided if it was okay, the amount of brown they put on him to simulate Chris Rock.
Right.
You think Jimmy Fallon made that call? But he's got to sit there and apologize to a white... Robin DiAngelo comes on. I'm not watching this. Am I dreaming? And he's like, he's clearly drunk and I don't blame him. And he's like, thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. She says, you see Jimmy, this weird nun lady is like giving him a lecture.
Did you ever see her in that Matt Walsh movie? Did you see Am I Racist?
No.
Bro, if you haven't seen that movie, you should definitely watch it. It is hilarious.
Hilarious.
I know about, we put her in Prez Trek, the thing they made with Kyle, the Star Trek of Biden.
In Am I Racist, Matt Wall, didn't he get her to give someone money for reparations?
Yeah.
Didn't that happen?
There's like a black dude on set, and he's like, "Hey, you think you could like maybe give her some money or give him some money?" And she straight up gives him like $20.
See the movie?
No, but I saw.
He's a fake academic who's talking to her, and he's like a fake woke guy with like a fake ponytail, and you know he gets her to say the most ridiculous. It's so funny.
Because her money depends on it, and he said something interesting. So I'm talking about, which is the reason. Because why would these people sit here and he used to say about the Daily Show? Why would they sit there and be on the thing? And he goes, "Oh, they're aware, but they want the plug." Do you understand? Their demographic wants to see them be stupid, and they're going to defend them no matter what. So it don't matter. Why they would sit there and be part of that?
She didn't have any idea that that's what it was.
But even like
she thought she was doing they were doing some kind of a documentary on race from like a woke perspective.
Well,
like, I don't think,
look at what he says about it.
I would have to ask him like what the premise was that he set up.
The other lady, the lady with the colored hair that he kept asking about. That was What Is a Woman.
And the most insulting part? Nobody even asked for this. Literally no one. Not a single soul was out here saying, "Gee, I hope Disney remakes Snow White," but makes it a bleak lecture on the dangers of heteronormative romance. People just wanted the original.
Nobody asked for this, bro. Like Rachel Zegler she's crashing and burning right now. It's hilarious.
Was when Zegler posted a TikTok of her at the theater watching her own movie. And guess what? No one was there. Like, not a single soul. You could practically hear crickets in the background.
Like, who has been the most exciting person for you tonight? Oh my God. Took the right out of my...
Besides you, stop it.
Beside.
I think I get more views on my YouTube channel monthly than that movie got. And I don't have a $250 million budget.
Because right now there's more dwarves on this podcast than there are in the new Snow White movie. And that's probably due to Peter Dinklage.
Yep.
When I was a child, I used to think Snow White was a Japanese lady. She has geisha-like pale skin, black hair, and tends to 7 ugly white men.
What an idiot I've been as a young person in this industry who has no filter and no idea what she's doing.
You think it's perfectly normal that Carmen is suddenly a black woman?
You probably don't like that Indiana Jones got replaced by a female either, huh? Probably have a problem with Black Spider-Man too.
No, make it more lame. That is exactly what they're doing. And that is why we hate the diversity, equity, and inclusion casting and writing.
This is no ordinary apple, my dear. It's a magical.
Yeah, I think there's I had it pulled up a while ago. Rachel Zegler doing Broadway, or I think she's set to do a new TV show or something. Yeah, will star as Eva Perón in a Broadway revival of Evita, directed by Jamie Lloyd Performances. So she went from the screen to the stage, which it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Usually when you go back to the stage, like when you're an actor or an actress, you're trying to get away from the stage. You do the stage, you do Broadway to try to get into the movies because that's where the big bucks are. That's where the big fame is. And I mean, I don't know about you guys. Do a lot of you guys go to Broadway shows? I would doubt it. People barely have enough money for freaking gasoline. I'm talking about going to a dadgum, Broadway show. I ain't got enough money for all that. I don't even know where they're doing. I don't even know where they're doing this stuff. What is it only in isn't it only in New York where they're doing these things? But yeah, no, I think she's absolutely fried. Got stung by a bee. God, just her in general is just so insufferable. Like, if you wanted to put a face to insufferable woman, it would be her, Rachel Zegler. Let's pull up one of the old videos I had of me talking about her. This one was a while ago, though, so I was like, I probably need to do an update. This is about a year ago. Does Rachel Zegler deserve what's happening to her? 315 replies. Let's get off into this. Yes, absolutely. She brought this on herself. Not only did she F up and insult the very thing that was helping her career, she showed zero appreciation by doubling down repeatedly. Yup. Yup for those in the back. She dug her own ditch, laid on in it. 100%. Yes. Now she'll never know peace. Haven't watched Snow White, will not be watching it. Snow Brown and the 7 tickets sold.
Shots fired!
The story of Snow White is over 200 years old. The Disney movie is almost 90 years old. 900. Brie Larson said the same thing with her Captain Marvel character when she said that she didn't care about the opinions of white men, but then women didn't like her later movies as well, so that crashed and burned too. Why did one dwarf who was already acting and made his money cockblock 7 other dwarfs from making money? That was messed up. Yeah, why did Peter Dinklage do that? It's rare Hollywood comes out with anything I'm interested in watching anymore. It's either a bad remake nobody asked for or some hot piece of garbage with a leftist message. Imagination is gone in the entertainment industry. It's all money, dude. It's all money. I'm confident in saying that 95% of us are tired of not having any more of the woke movement or the everyone needs to be gay agenda. LMAO, eyeballs on the side of her temples. No, but literally, holy crap. The 68 Mustang analogy fell flat. It's like taking a 68 Mustang and converting it to an EV. Mud Brown and the 7 genderless diverse companions. Oh my god. You guys are savage. I haven't read any of these. In my metropolitan area, the movie theaters have all shut down. The only movie theater left is a drive-in that shows old movies. The market is talking. The saddest part is she became so convinced that it was her status as a minority that caused the hate. No, dear. If nobody had skin and we were just talking about piles of muscle and bone, everyone would still hate you. Walt Disney himself said that Snow White should never be remade. Get woke, go broke. Sid from Ice Age, I laughed so hard when you said that I threw up. I'm sorry. Can't wait for South Park to make an actual episode. Sound effect name. Those who aren't dwarves, there were bandits. The original Snow White was the first full-length animated film and launched Disney into the big league. It's their flagship. Rachel Z ran her stupid mouth instead of being humble and disgraced herself and the whole project. She's already starred in many box office flops. She ruined Shazam 2, Hunger Games, and more. Wait, she was in Shazam 2? What? I'm a professional storyteller. I research stories, fables, and fairy tales from all over the world, from every culture and race. You want diversity in stories? Great. I can give you thousands. And I agree. I'm over sequels, prequels, and reimagined remakes. Come on, Holly Weird Disney. Send your writers to spend a week in a library. I mean, this is my whole thing. Can we get to a point where we're not remaking the same movie 10 times? Like I know the new Spider-Man just came out. A brand new day or whatever. How many Spider-Mans do we need? How many do we need? Like, do we need 20 Spider-Mans? We've had, what, Andrew Garfield. We've had, what's his name, Tobey Maguire. Now we got Tom Holland. Like, I've lived through almost 4 generations of dadgum Spider-Man. I mean, can we come up with some other Hulk's getting new movies? I guess I got to give it to Marvel for doing what they're doing. Because they're at least kind of adding other characters and things like that. But, dude, there's so many freaking Spider-Man. Like, a new Spider-Man movie comes out, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even see the last 5. They're just milking a dehydrated cow at this point. It's like, why are we remaking so many things that don't even need to be remade? Where's the intellectual property? Where's the new stories? Where's the new stuff? That's what I want. I want the new things. I don't know about you guys, but it's just kind of exhausting. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'll probably see the new Spider-Man once it's on Amazon Prime, but I'm probably not going to go to the movies to see another Spider-Man movie. He's fighting a bad guy. Shocker. Okay. Like, I'm ready for more movies like Obsession. I'm ready for more movies like The Back Rooms. Stuff that's like fresh and new and are cool stories. Now, Back Rooms, that one's I guess a remake of, or I guess it's like an adaptation of a video game or whatever, but Obsession, incredible movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. Incredible movie. I think it deserves its rating. But that's neither here or there. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.
Alright. I'm calling right here. I'm gonna go outside and get some air. Yeah, I better do that right now.